Good evening, children. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, children. Good evening. Completed the homework?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So tell me, what is the sector angle for rainy season? This was homework, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What is the central angle for rainy season? Look into your book and tell me.
120 ma'am.
No. Oh, central angle is also 120?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Yeah, because it's 120 by 360 into 360.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what about the central angle for summer season?
90 ma'am.
90. And the central angle for winter season is 150 degrees.
150 ma'am.
All right. Did I allow you to take a screenshot of the answers? No, right?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
All right. Was this the first one, the homework? Children, was this the first question in the homework?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. You can verify the answer now and also take a screenshot. Sorry. That fraction is not required. I told you the other day itself, fraction is not needed. You can directly find the central angle. Homework, right? This one also, children?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. So tell me the angles.
Angle for blue is 180 degree, ma'am.
180, then
Green is 90 degree, ma'am.
90, then next.
Red is 60 degree, ma'am. And yellow is 30 degree, ma'am.
Very good. Correct. Correct, children.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I didn't complete my homework yet, ma'am, because I had some. Ma'am, I cannot able to understand that pie chart thing clearly, ma'am. Can you once again teach it, ma'am?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
The central angles, you made the table, Devadarshini?
Ma'am?
No. Did you create this table of central angles?
No, ma'am, I didn't. No, ma'am, I cannot understand the pie chart thing, ma'am, fully.
Central angle also?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, for that, then what you can do is you can use the recording once and get your doubts clarified. Is that fine? You have the recording, right?
Yeah, ma'am, I'm having.
Yeah. So then in that case, you have to watch the recording.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. That should help you. The recording should help you. That's why I share the recording.
Okay, ma'am. Then after class, let me just watch it once again and then I'll do this homework again, ma'am.
Yeah. Please try that. Yeah. If
Yes.
you still have a problem, you tell me.
Yeah, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. That's why I share the recording so that in case when you do your homework, you need some help, you can use the recording.
Okay, ma'am. Sure.
Yeah. Was this homework, children? No, I think this we did in the class, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Homework. This one was homework. Tell me the central angles, children. For the first one, is it 200 degrees?
Ma'am, this was not in homework, ma'am.
Not homework, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, take this now. Work this now, children. Tell me the central angle. No, I think it's again pie chart. No, you people know this. Okay, let me just show you the answer slide. You know how to find the central angle, right? Can you complete this as homework?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, take a screenshot of the question as well as the answer.
Taken, ma'am. Taken.
All right.
Ma'am, can you show the question, ma'am?
Sure, sure.
Taken, ma'am.
All right, this is the next part of data handling, which is probability. So look at the first one. If you try to start a scooter, what are the possible outcomes? If we try to start a scooter, then it may or may not start. So the possible outcomes are may start or may not start. When you try to start a scooter, what are the possible outcomes? It's like when you toss a coin. When you toss a coin, what are the possible outcomes?
Ma'am, we may get heads or we may get tails, ma'am.
Correct, correct. So when you toss a coin, you have two outcomes. There are two possible outcomes, heads or tails. Similarly, when you try to start a scooter, two things can happen. Either the scooter will start or
Maybe the scooter starts or it may be not start, ma'am.
may not start. Correct. It either may start or may not start. All right. When a die is thrown.
Ma'am, dice is thrown, no, ma'am.
No, that's plural. When it is two, then we say dice.
Okay.
A single one is a die. A single one is a die. When a die is thrown, dice is the plural form of die. When there are two, we say dice. When two dice are thrown.
Okay, ma'am.
When a die is thrown, what are the six possible outcomes? We know that
Ma'am, we can get any number from 1 to 6, ma'am.
very good.
Because
Okay.
a dice has 6 faces, ma'am.
It has 6 faces. It's cubical.
Ma'am, what, ma'am?
A die is cubical. Cubical.
Yes, ma'am.
And
it has 6 faces, ma'am. So that we can get any number from 1 to 6, ma'am.
correct. Perfect. It has 6 faces with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on each face. All right. When you spin a wheel, when you spin the wheel shown, what are the possible outcomes? List them.
Can I say, ma'am?
If spin the wheel, the possible outcomes maybe A, B, or C, ma'am.
Correct. There are three possible outcomes. See, you can see here, they've explained that outcome here means the sector at which the pointer stops. Outcome is a sector. Outcome is a sector where the pointer stops. Now each one is called a sector here. See, this portion is a sector. This portion is a sector. This portion is a sector.
Good evening, ma'am.
Part of this, each
Good
part
evening,
of this
Madhavita.
wheel is a sector, no, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ma'am, I'm late because I had a test in school, ma'am.
Okay, fine. No, from Friday, from Saturday, we'll have the classes as usual in the morning without any change.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
ma'am.
See here, this one is a sector. This is a sector.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Is it Danya?
Yeah, ma'am. I'm late because I also had a test in the school, ma'am.
Correct, correct. Okay, okay. So I was just telling Madhu that we'll here afterwards have a regular class in the morning only. Okay, so you will not have any trouble.
Okay, ma'am.
See, children, a sector is a region bounded by two radii and an arc. See here, this one is a sector. Why is this called a sector? Because this is the center of the circle, radius, and you can see it's covered. This is a covered region. The sector is a closed region bounded by two radii and an arc. Arc is a part of the circumference of the circle.
Part of circumference, ma'am.
Don't we say draw an arc, cut the earlier arc and all that? So don't we say draw an arc? An arc is a part of the circle, a part of the circumference of the circle.
Small curve, ma'am.
Correct. When you, with the compass, when you complete it, it's a circle. When you don't complete it, when you just make a part of the circumference, it's called an arc. An arc is a part of the circumference of the circle. So you can see it here. This one is also a sector because you can see the arc here, arc, radius, two radii and one arc. So a part of a circle or a region of the circle, a part of a circle or a region of the circle bounded by two radii and an arc is called a sector.
Ma'am, I'm having a doubt, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, when we consider about the wheel, it's a complete circle, ma'am. And when we take about A, B, C separately means its covered area is called as arc, no, ma'am?
Sector.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So in the given wheel, there are three sectors A, B, and C. So when we spin the wheel, the possible outcomes are A, B, or C. Correct? The possible outcomes are A, B, or C. Is that correct, children?
Yes, ma'am.
The possible outcomes are A, B, or C. Supposing the pointer stops on this, then you have to spin it again. That's not an outcome. If supposing the pointer stops on this line, or it stops on this line, that means it's not regarded as an outcome at all. You'll have to spin the wheel again. You'll have to spin it again. Outcome is when the needle points to this sector or this sector or this sector. So A, B, C are the possible outcomes. All right. See the next one. You have a bag with 5 identical balls of different colors. And you are to pull out, that is, you'll have to draw a ball without looking at it. So here you can see it looks like a pot, but okay, they call it a bag. So in this bag, you can see 5 identical balls. So it's not that one is small, the other is big and all that. They're identical. They're identical, but just that they're of different colors. So when you touch it, you cannot make out that it's of red color or blue color. Because they all have the same size. So you cannot, there is no difference between any two balls. It's just that they have different colors. So color you cannot feel by touching it. So that means when you touch when you try to pick a ball from this bag, you will not know what color you're trying to get out. Supposing they're of different sizes, then maybe you already know that the red ball is the smallest, the white one is the biggest. From the size you can make out. But these are all identical. They have different colors. So you don't know. When you pick the ball and you bring it out of the bag and you see it, you know it is red or white or blue, green or yellow in color. So list the outcomes you would get in the given figure. So here when you pull out the ball, when you pull out one ball from the bag, the ball may be of red color, white color, blue color, green or yellow color. So these are the possible outcomes. These are the possible outcomes. So there are 5 possible outcomes.
Yes, ma'am.
In all the cases, we'll have to list the outcomes.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, so it means probability means what are the outcome we are getting, ma'am?
No, outcome means not probability. We have not still discussed about probability. So here we are only talking about the outcomes.
Okay, ma'am.
When you spin the wheel, what can happen when you spin the wheel? So what can happen are the outcomes. What can happen? The pointer can stop
The
at A.
pointer may show anything, ma'am, in A, B, C.
A, B or C,
Correct.
ma'am.
Yeah, they are the outcomes. They are the outcomes. So when you put your hand into this bag and try to get a ball, what all can happen? You can get a ball of white color.
Any ball, any color of ball in 5, ma'am.
Yeah, so they are the outcomes. That's not probability. They are the outcomes.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. I've got confused with it, ma'am. Sorry.
Yeah. Outcome is different. Probability is different. These
Okay.
are outcomes is when you're performing an experiment. Like when you perform an activity, what are the possible things that can happen? They are called the outcomes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
I'll give you some time to read this, children, because it's very theoretical and you can understand this. So just read this and ask me if you have any questions. Read the first one for yourself. You don't have to unmute and read. Read it for yourself. And if you have any question, please ask me. The situation is in throwing a die, children. This is the situation. All these questions are based on throwing a die. All these questions are based on throwing a die. When you throw a die, 3 questions have been asked.
Ma'am, can you explain second question, ma'am?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Ma'am, actually, ma'am, the 3 questions are different, but all the answers are same only, ma'am.
Is it?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay.
Because all are asking similar questions like that only, ma'am.
Okay.
In my point of view, I'm saying, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So in the first, so all the questions are based on the situation and throwing a die. Does the first player have a greater chance of getting a 6? Now just imagine we are all, rolling a die. Sorry. And say I roll it first. Do you think I have a good chance of getting a 6? The
No,
person rolls it first. Do you think that, if you roll it first, you have a greater chance of getting a 6? Is it like that?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No. So that means
because 6 different numbers are there in a die, ma'am. So that the player anyone can get any number, ma'am.
perfect. Anyone can get any number. It's not that the one who plays first will definitely have a better chance of getting a 6. It's not like that. As you said, anybody can get any number.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So does the first player have a greater chance of getting a 6? No.
No, ma'am.
All of us understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, the number we get in the dice doesn't depend upon the order we play.
Correct. Perfect. You can say that also. It doesn't depend on the order in which we roll it. Perfect. All right. So I think no question with the first one. The second one, would the player, so now it's like somebody has, the first question is if the first player, that is the person who gets to roll the die first, has a better chance of getting a 6? No. We all understood it's no. The first question, the person who rolls the die first has a better chance of getting a 6. No. The second one, would the player who played after him, that is after the first, would the player who played after him, that is after the first player,
And that is the second person who rolls the dice, ma'am.
Yeah, correct. The second person. Sorry. So would the player who played after him have a lesser chance of getting a 6? Lesser chance meaning, so if somebody had already rolled the die first, that means, does it mean that the second player now has a lesser chance of getting a 6? No.
No, ma'am.
No, there's nothing like that. The player who plays after the first player has the same chances of getting a 6 as for the first player. Whatever chances the first player had. Chances meaning, chances is not the number of times.
They may get any number, ma'am.
Yeah, all of us. Now, see, now say we are 5 of us. Sorry. So whoever rolls the die, we all have equal chance of getting a 6. It's not that I have a better chance of getting a 6 and one of you don't have a good chance of getting a 6. It's not like that. All of us have equal chances of getting a 6.
Yes,
That is what is same chances, equal chances.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All of us have equal chances. There's nothing that I have a better chance of getting a 6. Sorry. So no, the player who played after the first player has the same, that is, has equal chance of getting a 6 as of the first player. You can write it in your own words. It's not a fixed, it's not that you have to write it in the style. The answer is no. You can say both the first and the second player have the same chance of getting a 6. You can also write it like that. You can say no. Both the first and the second player have the same chances of getting a 6. You can also write it like that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
What is important here is both of them have the same chance or equal chances. That's what is important.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
The next one. Suppose the second player got a 6. Okay, so supposing the second player got a 6. Sorry. Does it mean that the third player would not have a chance of getting a 6? No, it's not like that. No. See the answer. No. If the second player got a 6, it does not mean that the third player would not have a chance of getting a 6. It's not like that. Agree with all the answers, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, as I said in the beginning, ma'am, all the answers are same only, ma'am.
Yeah, but the explanation is different, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, no is same for everything, but the reason is different.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Take a picture, children.
Taken, ma'am.
Taken, ma'am.
All right, children. Should I show it again? I don't know.
No need, ma'am.
Taken, ma'am. Taken.
Taken, ma'am.
All right, children. Now here comes probability. So probability is, it's the numerical measure of uncertainty. You can write down, make a note of it. Probability is the numerical measure of uncertainty. Numerical measure of uncertainty. Uncertainty. Probability is the numerical measure of uncertainty. Uncertainty.
Written, ma'am.
All right.
Written, ma'am.
All right, children. So it's a numerical measure of uncertainty, meaning now in the earlier situation, now this situation. In this situation, when when you're asked to pick a ball from the bag, say you're asked to pick a ball from the bag. We don't know, we are uncertain, we are not certain, or we are not sure about which ball you're going to pick, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, 1 minute. Sorry, children. So I was telling you that if you're asked to pick a ball from this bag, only after you pick and see it, you know that you have found or you got this ball. But before that, you're so uncertain, you don't know. You don't know what you're going to get. Now, when you measure this uncertainty numerically, that's called probability. Now, even before you pick the ball, we are going to say we are going to give you a number which represents your chance of getting whatever colored ball, red or blue or white. See, now listen to this. I'll tell you in this order. Now you are asked to draw a ball from this bag. Will you know before you draw the ball, will you know that you're going to get a green or a yellow ball or whichever colored ball?
No, ma'am.
So that means you're uncertain, right? You're not certain. You don't know. Uncertain meaning you don't know which one you're going to get. So that is uncertainty. We're going to measure that uncertainty numerically. That is probability. We're going to measure this uncertainty numerically using a number. Like when you write your test, the teacher evaluates and she says, okay, you have got 95 on 100. So it's a numerical measure, right? So you've got 95 out of 100. So that says you're good. You're really good. Good meaning all of us are good. It shows your effort there. When you get 94 on 100, that means you've taken very good efforts to prepare with the portions. All of us are good. All of us can do. Nobody's bad. All of us are very good. It's just your marks are determined by the efforts. More efforts, more marks. All right. So now like that, like that. So like how your teacher, you write something in the paper and your teacher gives the output which your teacher gives you for your examination is a number. Similarly, we are going to measure this uncertainty numerically, and that is called probability. Now we say that the probability of getting a red ball is 1 out of 5. The probability, the chance that you will get a red ball is 1 out of 5 because there are totally 5 balls. Like the paper is totally, sorry children, like the paper is totally for 100 marks. And you know the answers for questions worth 95 marks. Okay. So it's like the paper is for 100 marks and you know the answers for questions worth 95 marks. So that means you're sure you will get 95 on 100. Like that, here, the total number of balls, 5. That will be the denominator. And what is, you want to get a red ball. how many, what are the favorable, how many elements are favorable for you? Only one, because there's only one red ball out of 5 balls. So 1 out of 5 is the probability of getting a red ball. If you want to write that as a percent, just multiply by 100. 1 by 5 into 100. So 20%. You have 20% chance of getting a red ball. You have 20% chance. As a percentage, it is 20%. When you want to find the percentage, multiply by 100. When a fraction, if you want to convert a fraction to a percentage, if you want to convert a fraction to a percentage, multiply by 100. When we say 1 by 4, 1 by 4 is a fraction. If you want to find the percentage, multiply by 100. 1 by 4 into 100, 25%. So yeah, so here in this case, the probability of choosing or not choosing, sorry, the probability of not choosing, we cannot choose, the probability of getting a red ball, the probability of getting a red ball, or the probability of drawing a red ball, or the probability of pulling out a red ball is equal to 1, because that is favorable. See, you'll have to write a number in the numerator and another number in the denominator. Like how you get your marks, 95 in the numerator, 100 in the denominator, 95 for 100. Similarly, in the numerator, it will be how many elements are favorable for you. Only one. Only one is red colored ball. So 1 out of totally how many balls? 5 balls. So 1 by 5 is the probability. The probability. So what? Sorry. So it's put like this. The probability of drawing a red ball is 1 by 5 or 20%. 1 by 5 into 100, 20%.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Right, children. So, yeah. Now this is your question. You're going. So please write this. Probability is the numerical measure. See, numerical, no, 1 by 5. It's a number. Probability is the numerical measure of uncertainty. Uncertainty we are measuring. That is probability. You don't have to see the steps. I don't want, just read the situation and get the answers. I'll just come back in 2 minutes, children. Yes, children. What is the probability of drawing a red ball?
4 by 6, ma'am.
4 by 6. Simplify that.
2 by 3, ma'am.
Okay, answer this question. What? So a ball is drawn from the bag without looking into the bag, right? If I say a ball is drawn from the bag by looking into the bag, what is the probability of getting a red ball then?
Ma'am, 6 out of 6. 6
out
by
of
6.
100%, right? 100%. Because if you're asked to if you're asked to draw the red ball by looking into the bag, then 100% you will bring out the red ball from the bag. If it is there, you will definitely bring it out. Then the probability is 100%. That is not probability, because there is no uncertainty at all. You're looking into the bag, so you're certain you will bring out the red ball. That is not probability. A ball is drawn from the bag without looking into the bag. That is why that is given to you. Why this is given without looking into the bag? Only then you're measuring probability. Only then you're measuring probability. Probability is the numerical measure of uncertainty. You don't know which one you're going to get. And when is that possible? When you pick the ball without looking into the bag. If you look into the bag and try to draw the red ball, 100% you will get it. Okay, so a ball is drawn from the bag without looking into the bag. What is the probability of getting a red ball? So there are 4 red balls out of 6 balls. There are 4 red balls out of 6 balls. So 4 by 6. It's like you've got 4 marks out of 6 marks. Totally 4 plus 2, 6 marks. And you have got 4 marks. So 4 by 6 or 2 by 3 is the probability. Is it more or less than getting a yellow ball? Is the probability more or less than getting a yellow ball? What is the probability of getting a yellow ball?
2 by 6, ma'am.
2 by 6.
2 by 6, ma'am.
2 by 6. And simplify that. When you reduce 2 by 6,
1 by 3, ma'am.
1 by 3, 1/3. 1 by 3. So the probability of getting a red ball is more than the probability of getting a yellow ball. The probability of getting a red ball is more than the probability of getting a yellow ball, because the number of red balls are more than the number of yellow balls. Take a screenshot, children.
Taken, ma'am.
All right. Yeah, please go through this and let me know if you have any questions. Excuse me. Oh, okay, I hope you read the question at least. Let's do it together. So supposing you spin the wheel, you can see the wheel there with different sectors. How many sectors are there in the wheel, children?
8, ma'am.
There are 8 sectors. This sector has, I'm sorry, this circle has 8 sectors, or this circle is divided into 8 sectors. And 5 sectors have G or green in it, and 3 sectors have red. Okay, so list the number of outcomes. See, outcomes are different from probability. List the number of outcomes of getting a green sector and not getting a green sector on this wheel. So see the answer there. Number of outcomes of getting a green sector is 5. And the number of outcomes of not getting a green sector, that is getting a red sector, is 3. Correct, children? Outcomes 5, 3. Okay, the next one is find the probability. Outcomes are different from probability. Find the probability of getting a green sector. So you can see that the total number of outcomes are 5 plus 3, 8. And the number of outcomes of getting a green sector is 5. So probability is 5 by 8. The probability is 5 by 8. Number of outcomes of getting a green sector by the total number of outcomes. Number of outcomes of getting a green sector.
Okay. So, okay. That is
Raja, kindly disable your mic. All right, the probability of getting a green sector is the number of outcomes of getting a green sector by the total number of outcomes, 5 by 8. And the next one. Find the probability of not getting a green sector. Not getting a green sector. So the probability. Yeah.
Not getting a green sector means red sector. So
Red,
here
yeah.
the probability of getting a red sector is 3 by 8, ma'am.
3 by 8. Yeah. So it's the number of outcomes of not getting of not getting a green sector by total number of outcomes. You can see that the denominator, like total marks, the denominator is always total number of outcomes. Like total marks, the denominator is always total number of outcomes. The numerator will be the number of outcomes of that particular event. Number of outcomes of getting a green sector. Number of outcomes of not getting a green sector. Denominator is always total number of outcomes. Total number of outcomes. The numerator will be number of outcomes of that particular event of getting a green sector or of not getting a green sector. Is it fine, children?
Yes, ma'am.
So when it is outcomes, you must say 5 and 3. When it's probability, you must say 5 by 8, 3 by 8. Outcomes are 5 and 3. Probabilities are 5 by 8 and 3 by 8.
Anybody?
Yeah. So when we toss 2 coins, let's understand that the first one, I'm sure you know it. The second one, the first one is spinning a wheel. So you know that these are the outcomes. You don't have to You don't have to repeat any outcome. It's okay if you write A, B, C, and D, it's okay. But you don't have to repeat it. All right, see the second one, children. Tossing two coins together. So when you toss two, that is, you're tossing two coins together. Maybe you have one coin in your left hand and one in the right hand, and you toss both of them simultaneously. Or maybe you have both of it on your right palm, and you're just throwing it up, and you allow them to land on the ground. Okay, so on tossing two coins together, or maybe you are tossing one, your friend is tossing another coin. So the thing is, whether you are doing it alone or you're taking somebody's help, the two coins go up in the air and land. That's what it is. Together, they go up in the air together and they land. Now, what are the possible outcomes? So on the first coin, you can get a head. With the head on the first coin, see, it's like this, okay? So you can just one second. With the head on the first coin, you can get a head or a tail on the second coin. Or with the tail on the first coin, you can get a H or a T on the second coin. So see here, with the head on the first coin may show heads, and the second coin may show head or tail. The first coin may show tails. This is about the first coin. The first coin can show a H or a T. With the H on the first coin, it can be H or T on the second coin. With a T on the first coin, it can be a H or a T on the second coin. So the outcomes are HH, see here, HH, HT, TH, TT. HH, HT, TH, TT. Okay, here is HH. HH. The order is not important. HH, HT, TH, TT. I'll tell you again. See, like this is the first coin. It can show a head. The second coin, sorry, this is about the first coin. The first coin can show a head or a tail. With the head on the first coin, it can be a head or a tail on the second coin. With a tail in the first coin, it can be head or a tail in the second coin. So the possible outcomes are HH, HT, see here HH, HT, TH, TT, TH, TT. Is that understood, children?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can say HH, HT, TH, TT. That is, with the head on the first coin, it can be a head or a tail on the second coin. With a tail on the first coin, it can be a head or a tail on the second coin. So HH, HT, TH, TT. So there are 4 possible outcomes. You have to only list the outcomes, list it. So just write HH, HT, TH, TT. They're not asking you how many. How many means 4. On tossing 2 coins together, how many outcomes will you get? 4 outcomes. How many outcomes? 4 outcomes. List the outcomes. So just write it HH, HT, TH, TT. All right. When a die is thrown, list the outcomes of an event. When a die is thrown, a single die meaning single. When a die is thrown, list the outcomes of an event of getting a prime number. Children, not probability, only outcomes. How many prime numbers on a die?
Three, ma'am.
3. 3. What are the numbers?
1, 3, and 5, ma'am.
1, na? 1, 3, and 5 children. 1 is
2,
not.
3, and 5, ma'am.
2,
3,
5, ma'am.
Yeah, 1 is not a prime number. 1 is neither a prime number nor a composite number. 1 is a unique number. 1 is neither prime nor composite. The prime numbers are 2, 3, and 5. Not a prime number. Other than 2, 3, and 5.
1, 4, and 6, ma'am.
Yeah, 1, 4, and 6. 1 is not a prime number. So 1, 4, and 6. Second one. List the outcomes. Okay, just list the outcomes. You should just write the answers like 2, 3, and 5. Just list the outcomes. It's not probability. A number greater than 5.
1, ma'am.
A number greater than 5.
No, ma'am, the number of outcomes is 1.
What number of outcome is 1, ma'am? The number is 6, ma'am.
No, children, but they have asked you to list the outcomes. List the outcomes, not number of outcomes.
6, ma'am.
6, ma'am.
6. Yeah,
ma'am.
6. A number greater than 5, 6. A number not greater than 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, ma'am.
5 is also included.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
5
ma'am.
is
5 is not greater than 5, so it can be included, ma'am.
a number. The number should not be greater than 5. It's a question for all of you. Think again. The number should not be greater than 5.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4 only will come, ma'am.
No, I don't know the answer. I'm asking you. All of you think. A number.
Ma'am?
Yeah. No,
Ma'am?
we'll just wait. No, 1 minute. We'll just wait. We'll allow everybody to think. Ready? All right. So prime number, all of you are clear. You all said it is 2, 3, and 5. Not a prime number. 1, 4, 6. A number greater than 5 is 6. Correct? A number greater than 5. Nobody has a doubt there. A number greater than 5. List the outcomes. List the outcomes. So it will be 6. A number not greater than, it should not be greater than 5. That means what it should not be, it should not be greater than 5. Then what it should not be? It should not be 6. It should not be 6. It can be anything. It can be any number, but it should not be greater than 5. That means it should not be 6. Correct? Yeah, the answer is the answer which we all agree. So somebody's. No. 1 minute. Yeah. So we don't want a number greater than 5. So that means we don't want 6. So everything other than 6 is the answer. Agree or disagree? See, they are saying list the outcomes of an event of getting a number not greater than 5. Should not get greater than 5. You should not get greater than 5. That means you should not get 6. That means all the others 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes or no, children?
I agree, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. You should list the outcomes of an event of getting a number which is not greater than 5. It should not be greater than 5. Not greater than 5 means that means they're talking about 6. It should not be greater than 5. So it should not be 6. So it can be anything other than 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. All right. Yes. So be careful with probability and outcomes. So here it is probability. Yeah, tell me the answers, children. What's the probability that the pointer will stop on D?
1 by 5, ma'am.
1 by 5, ma'am.
1 by 5. Probability is 1 by 5. Because D is only one sector out of 5 sectors. Totally 5 sectors. D is only one sector out of 5 sectors. So 1 by 5. Second one, children, probability of getting an ace card from a well shuffled deck of 52 playing cards. How
4
many
by
ace cards?
52, ma'am. 4 by 52.
How many ace cards in a pack of cards?
4, ma'am.
4 ace cards of ace.
Yes, ma'am.
We have ace of, that is, it will be an empty card, no, with only A on it. It's an empty card. There'll be an A like this and an inverted A like this. And then that particular suit, like it can be a spade. Okay, I think I started a clubs. Okay, it can be a club like this, a club card like this, or it can be a spade like this. It can be an ace of spade. It can be an ace of hearts or an ace of diamond. These are the 4 suits: clubs, spade, heart, diamond. Club. Okay, so this is club, spade, heart, diamond. So the card can be an ace. This A card only, ace. It can be an ace of clubs, or it can be an ace of spades, ace of hearts, ace of diamonds. So it can be A club, A spade, A heart, or A diamond. This card A only is ace. All right, so the probability is 4. 4 ace cards we have. In 52 cards, we have 4 ace cards. 4 by 52. 4 by 52. How many cards of king we have?
4 by 52, ma'am.
4 cards. We have 4 king cards. We have 4. Sorry. We have 4 cards of queen. We have 4 cards of jack. And how many number cards do we have?
40, ma'am.
No, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9
So
each. We have.
36, ma'am.
So in every suit, you know, we have 9 number cards. All of you, in case you have not seen a pack of cards, please have a look. You can just find it on the internet. When you take a particular suit, you know, when you take a particular suit, like if you take all the cards of clubs, say, there'll be 13 cards, 13 club cards, 13 spade cards, 13 cards of hearts, and 13 cards of diamonds. That's how we have 52 cards in all. That's how we have 52 cards in all. Now this 13 is made up of, each of these 13 is made up of 1 ace cards, one card of ace, 1 card of king, 1 card of queen, 1 of jack. These 3 are called the picture cards because you can see the face of the king. You can see the face of the queen. You can see the face of the jack. Thirteen cards are made up of 1 ace card, a card of king, a card of queen, card of jack, whatever suit it belongs to. So if it's diamond, it is A, and then there you can see that diamond. So if you're talking about the 13 cards of diamonds, then there's this ace diamond, king diamond, queen diamond, jack diamond. These are the picture cards or the face cards, FAC, face, or picture cards. Because you can see the face of the king, you can see the face of the queen, you can see the face of the jack. But ace, this one is an empty card. It's an ace card. Ace. It's an ace card. It's an empty one. There's nothing on it. There's just A on it. And then the remaining, so now out of 13, you know, 1 ace card, so 12. Then 3 face cards. So 12 minus 3, 9. The remaining 9 cards are number cards. 13 minus 4, 9. All these 9 are number cards. They are numbered 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4. You will not find 1. 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like this, we have 9 number cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9 number cards, 1 ace card, and 3 picture cards. King, queen, and jack, or face cards. So like this, we have 13 in every suit. So we have 4 in all. We have 4 cards of ace. We have 12 picture cards or 12 face cards because in each we have 3. So 3 4s are 12 face or picture cards. And in each we have 9 number cards. 9 number cards. So in all we have 9 4s are 36 number cards. Which are the red suits?
Hearts and diamonds, ma'am.
Yeah. Diamond. Oh my God. Diamond is a red suit. Heart is also a red suit. Then the remaining 2, spade and clubs, are black suits.
Black suits.
So how many picture cards of black we have? How many picture cards of black?
6, ma'am.
6. In all, we have 12.
Yes, ma'am.
3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. 3 taken 4 times in all. But if it is only red or only black, then it will be 3 2s are 6. How many red cards we have in all? How many red cards in all?
26, ma'am.
26 red cards. How many black cards?
26, ma'am.
26 black cards. How many cards of diamond?
13, ma'am.
How many ace of red?
2, ma'am.
All right. Yeah, so I think now you can complete this chapter, children. I'll show you all the slides. Take pictures. Take a picture of this one. It's with the question and answer. So I'll show you the question and answer slide. This one has both the question and answer. Take a picture of this one. These are simple, children. You can complete this chapter by yourself. I've told you the difference between outcomes and probability. So be careful with that.
Ma'am, please show the previous slide, ma'am.
No, that's only the question, ma. You don't have to take a picture of this one. Wait, I'll show you. This is just a question. Okay, you can take it. Yes. This one you mean? Yes, this one, children. All right. Earlier, children, we discussed the same thing. See the questions we discussed. That was outcomes. These are probability. See, the same thing we discussed earlier. When a die is thrown, the probability of getting a prime number, not a prime number, number greater than 5, a number not greater than 5. We saw all this earlier, but they were outcomes. Here it is the probability. Get the difference?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Take a picture, children.
Taken, ma'am. Taken, ma'am.
So I shall be scheduling an exam on data handling. Maybe I'll let you know, children. Once I prepare the question paper and upload it in the portal, I'll let you know. Okay, it might take 2 days time. Today is what, Tuesday, right? So Wednesday, Thursday, maybe by Thursday evening, I'll keep it ready. I'll let you know once it's ready. You prepare and then you can, it will be open for some, at least 3-4 days till next Monday or Tuesday.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
prepare. It'll have everything, pie chart, whatever, bar graph, histogram, and probability. It's the whole chapter, children.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, children. So that's it for today's session. And with this, we come to the end of module 1. I'll let you know the details of module 2. Before that, we'll be writing a few tests on the different chapters we have learned in module 1. Before we start module 2, we'll be taking up a few tests on all the chapters we have covered in module 1.
Ma'am, but I have my exams from school next week, ma'am.
Okay, see, so maybe I'll not end the exams. I'll because I know you may be occupied with different portions with school. So I shall schedule the exams and let you know. Those exams, I'll just keep it open so that you can take it whenever you're free.
Okay,
All right?
ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll also share the details of the chapters we'll be learning in module 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
All right, children. Yes, children. Yes.
Ma'am, exam all the chapters in first module, ma'am.
Yeah, 1 second, Sindhu and Sanjay, just a minute. You can just stay back. All right, children. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, children.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.